Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to build a beautiful and professional website for your restaurant. This video is a complete step-by-step tutorial, so even if you have no experience in building websites and you have never built a website before, all you have to do is follow along with this tutorial and you will walk away with a beautiful and professional restaurant website. Okay, so the website builder that we will be using in order to build this restaurant website is the Hostinger website builder. If you sign up to Hostinger using the top link in the description, you can get up to 75% off your hosting, and this is what makes Hostinger so cost effective. So on top of this, not only is Hostinger super cost effective, but we get everything that we need in here. So as you can see, we get a free domain, which is included with the hosting, 24/7 customer support, a 30-day money back guarantee. And when you click into this, the plan that we are going to need is the premium website builder, the cheaper of these two options. The reason for this is because if we look at the actual difference between these, all of these top features are the same. It's just the AI tools and the e-commerce functionality that we don't get access to, and we don't need either of these things anyway. So we just want to go for the premium website builder right here. And then on this next screen, Hostinger are then going to ask us, how long would you like to have your website for? Now, the way this works is we pay this upfront. So if we want to go for 4 years, we pay for the 4 years upfront. And of course, the longer period that we buy this for, the bigger discount we are going to get. So the only one that I would recommend avoiding is this monthly plan, because just look at this price right here. We also have a setup fee and we don't get a free domain included. So the monthly is really not worth it. So with the 12 months right here, we can see this is $3.99 per month. We pay this upfront for the year for $50. And the way this works is once we have had our website for 1 year, this is going to renew at $11 per month. So this is what I mean by it's more cost effective if we go for 48 months, because we lock in this $2.99 pricing for 4 years instead of the $3.99 pricing for just 1 year. So it really depends on how long you will have your website for, but we can choose the period right here and then we can click on continue. On this next screen, we just enter in our billing address and our billing details and we can click on continue. And then in here, we just enter in the card details that we would like to use to pay for Hostinger. So we can just go ahead and enter these in. And then once they have been entered, we just click right here on submit payment. Once we have paid for Hostinger, Hostinger will then take us over to this screen where they ask us a few different questions. The first is, who is this website for? Either myself or for somebody else. With this doesn't really matter, so I always just go ahead and skip this question. It's then going to ask if we would like to create or migrate a website. Now, website migration is if you have already built your website on another website builder and you want to bring this over to Hostinger. That is not what we are going to do. We are going to be creating a new website. So we just click on this. We then get asked if we would like to use WordPress or the Hostinger website builder to build this website. Now with WordPress, this is a lot more of a complex website builder. There are often plugins that you need to get. There are extra expenses that go into this. And when we are building a restaurant website, we just want to go with the Hostinger website builder. This is much simpler. It's cheaper. It's better. That's why we go for Hostinger. Then in here, we can choose the domain name for our website. So your domain name is like www.yourwebsitename.com. So you can go ahead and claim your website name right here. And then the final thing that we have to do is just enter in our country and some contact details. And then we can click on next. And that is the Hostinger registration setup. Once we have gone through the registration process, Hostinger will then take us over to this page. And the first thing it asks is, do you want AI to create this website for you? So you absolutely can do this. You just enter in your company name, your restaurant name up here, and then enter a brief description like where you are based, the type of restaurant that this is, what you want the website to look like. You can enter that in here and then AI will create the website for you. Or alternatively, what I think is a much better way to do is go down to pre-made templates. And then in here, we can go to the top and we can search for restaurant, just like this. And then once it's logged in, you can see we have all of these different restaurant templates that we can choose from, and we can create our website by customizing one of these. So in this example, I'm building a website for a sushi restaurant. So for all of these, I like Loki the best. So I'm going to select this template. Then we are going to be loaded into the Hostinger website builder. And the awesome thing about this is drag and drop. So to change the text, all we have to do is double click onto the text. And then in here, we can change this to say what we want it to say. So I'm just going to change it to my name. We can then drag this around and drag this to wherever we would like on the website. So I'm going to put this right here, and then I'm going to say, experience the art of sushi, fresh, authentic, and unforgettable. And then we can line it up right there. And I now have this heading and the subheading created. So with text, this is super easy, and we just go down to the rest of the website. We can click into the text right here. We can click into the text in this about section, and we can change the text just by clicking and typing. Now for the images, like this big background image right here, we can once again click into this. And the way that we change this is by going to edit section, and then we can replace the image right here. So you may have your own images that you want to use on the website. If not, I recommend this website right here, called Pexels, because with Pexels, these are all royalty-free images that you can use commercially. So we can go in here, search free photos, and we can search for sushi. And just like this, we have all of these sushi photos that we could potentially use. So we can try a few of these out to see which one we like the best. I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to grab this one, and let's try this one as well. And then all we have to do is go back to the website and replace the image. We can upload the files right here, and then we can go in and we can upload these images. So we can try this one first of all. We can go ahead and drop this in, and immediately what I'm seeing here is this text is cut out massively. If it is, don't worry about this. We can just adjust the overlay opacity right here, and then we would go in and we would change this text style to white. And this is going to make this a lot more visible, right? Because we put the dark overlay on and then we have the white text. This is a lot better. So this is what I always do when I'm building either websites for myself or client websites. I will just go in and test out a few images to see which of these I like the best. So with this one, even if we bring the opacity up, I don't think that's going to be the best. So we can edit the section again, and we can maybe try this one right here. And I really like the look of this. I'm just going to bump this up to 50. And then once again, we can go into edit text. And I'm going to change both of these to white, and I think that looks absolutely fantastic. So we now have the heading created up here. We can then go down to the next area of the website, and in here we can change the text. We can go in with any of these images, click on edit image, and we can put our own images in here. So I just grabbed two of my own images once again. Then we can go in and replace the image and upload the images that we just grabbed. Awesome. So let's drop this one in first of all. Then we can go to the second image and we can drop this one in as well. Awesome. So that is essentially how you want to customize this homepage right here, just by going into the images, editing the images, clicking into the text and changing this. Then down here at the bottom, we can once again change the text. You can add your location, add your opening hours, add your phone number, all of that good stuff. So now we have this homepage created. We can click on save up here. And then what we can see is if we just go to the buttons, we want to be seeing where these are taking us to. I guess they are already going to be linked to these pages, but it's definitely worth checking. So we can go to edit button and we can see when people click on this, they are taken to the menu page. Perfect. When people click on this, it should take them to the about page. Awesome. So that's the home page. We can then go to the about page and we can customize this in the exact same way. So I'm going to go to add section and I'm actually going to add this one up here. I think this one looks a lot better. And then once again, we can click into the text. We can, for this bit right here where it says our chef, we could either go in and change this to something else. We could maybe put in here, because this is the about us section, we might go in and say our story, add an image right here. And then we could add a little story about ourselves. Maybe with this autograph, we can just delete this. And that is how we can edit this page. Same for the menu. So on the menu page right here, all we have to do is go in and edit the menu right here. So with starters, we can of course edit this. If we want to add something extra in, we could just move the starters up right here, duplicate this piece of text, and then we could move this up. And then I don't really know any names of sushi. So in here, I'll just put sushi as an example. We can then go ahead and do the same thing right here. We can grab the price and we can say that this is going to be $5, just like that. And then we can grab this text, move this up, you get the idea. This is how we can create this. If it was like here, you see in the salads area, you might have to go ahead and just start moving things down and expanding the space. But that is how you can create the menu right there. And then for the contact us page, we can go in and we can edit like the address. We can click in right here and we can see this is completely wrong already, right? This is in London. This is in Springfield. So we can edit the map. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in 120 Tower Gate. And we can see that this is now on the map. We then have a bookings menu right here so people can book in. We have a form that they can fill out. So we can go to edit form, and you want to make sure that this email right here is your work email, the one that you want to be receiving these bookings to. Because what will happen when somebody fills this out, this will be sent over to your email and it will tell you this person filled out the form. This is what they filled it out with. You can also go to fields right here and we can add new form fields. So as an example, I could go for a short answer right here and say, how many people will be in your party? Just like this. We can say enter your answer here. And then if you want to move these around, so how many people will be in your party should be before the message. We can just grab these dots and we can move this above, just like that. And then once we have that created, we can click on save. And those are all of the default pages that come with the website. But if you wanted to add some more pages, for an example, if we wanted to add a drinks menu, well, what we could do is we could go over to pages and navigation. We could add a page in right here and add a new empty page. Or for a drinks menu, what might be a better idea is if we just copy the menu right here and then we adjust it again. So we can go to menu, we can go to duplicate right here and we can see menu copy. So I'm going to go in and rename this to drinks menu, just like that. Move this around just above, and then we can click into this and we can start editing the drinks menu. Just like that. Just drag this out a little bit. Perfect. So we could then go down and we could add in all the drinks that are available at the restaurant. That is how we can add new pages in right there. Then the final thing that we would need to do is just add a logo for the website. So right here where it says Loki, this is the template logo. We just click in, replace image, and then we can upload our own logo right here. So we can drop the logo in just like that, maybe make this a little bit bigger. And perfect. I now have my website created. We have all of the pages that we need to. Maybe I will just bring home up. So in this area, this is now hidden from navigation. I might bring this actually into this area, and now people can easily get back to home. But just like that, it's very easy to customize with Hostinger. We edit the text, we edit the images, we create new pages, and that is how you can build your website. So all we now need to do to put the website live is of course save, and then we just click on go live in the top corner. And just like that, the website is now going to be live. So we can go ahead and view the website right here. We can click around into all of these different areas and just make sure that they all work. Make sure they are taking us to the right place. We can fill out the booking form right here. And just like that, that is how you can create a restaurant website. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.